Hi, I'm your Mrs. Universe Elite USA 2025, Dr. Meenakshi Ravi here. I'm so excited to give this interview for CCA Network. I'm honored because to talk about myself and what I'm up to, what are my plans for 2025. I'm really excited, over proud, and elated to share all this information with CCN today.
Your journey from a program manager in cloud technologies to Mrs. Elite Texas Universe 2025 is truly inspiring. Can you share how this transformation has shaped your personal brand and what message you hope to convey through your platform?
Well, thank you for this question. Honestly speaking, I didn't plan that I have to do this platform into fashion, into pageantry as my first step because I've always been an IT person my entire life, like logging in and then somebody pinging me over time and meetings. That's because I'm a program manager in cloud technologies. I do a lot of certifications. I keep myself engaged how well I can add value, contributions to wherever I go. That's my personality by itself. And then down the line, I believe if you have passion for something, it just comes towards you. I strongly believe in that. And then I've always been a social media person. I enjoy life. I inspire people. And then this fashion pageantry industry advertisement came up in Facebook. And then I was excited, like, okay, Mrs. Texas pageant was my first pageantry. And then I thought, like, this interesting, and you just have to apply click button. It was saying, it was popping. I have no idea because I'm not completely ready because I don't know what's the qualifications. I don't even know whether I'll be qualified or not. The very first thing came to my mind is, do they have any measurements? Will I qualify? Like being in any women, right? Like, so that's how it came to my mind. But then I thought, I don't care. Like, let me go and apply. Let me see what it is. And then as soon as I applied, I got a call from the state director. And then I got into the pageantry. My first pageantry was Mrs. Texas, and I was Mrs. Southeast Texas title holder that time. And my second pageantry, between 2 months, was Mrs. Texas Universe. Why I chose within 2 months? It's because I have contributed a lot within 2 months. I promoted around 35 local businesses in 2 months, and I got it Mrs. Texas Brand Ambassador Award, Mrs. Texas Community Award, Mrs. Texas Social Media Award. So I was like, okay, I'm doing something. So that was my perks that I got it, and then I felt like, okay, I want to take it Texas, not just Southeast, one portion of it. So I thought like this is interesting and take it a big step. And then I was crowned on June Mrs. Texas Universe. And from there, I've always contributed to the community and I volunteered service and everything, but everything came into spotlight when I was crowned, when people started noticing me and things like that. And I got into 5 nonprofits, a brand ambassador, and I've taken the state level title globally. I can proudly say that because when I was crowned, I thought within Texas, I'm going to do something. But opportunity came up, like I was being recognized as peace ambassador and honorary doctorate in Canada with my state title. That was amazing. And then I felt like, okay, it's a long way to go. And then I went to my nationals, that is Mrs. Universe pageant, that happened in New Jersey in December. And I was crowned as Mrs. Universe Elite USA for 2025. So that's how my pageantry journey came up, and how what I'm planning with this platform is, with this national title, now I have more responsibilities on my shoulders. I feel not just my family now, the entire nonprofits and all souls which I closely work on, they feel so proud. Oh, that's my girl there. Like, she'll do something for us. So I feel inspired, and I feel like that gives me actuation to move forward with the big plans for the next year.
So, through your work, you're really big on community and empowering women. From mentoring young talents to organizing nonprofit initiatives, why do you believe it's so important to create spaces where women can thrive? And how do you see your influence making a lasting impact?
Well, being a woman, first of all, I feel so blessed. If I believe in rebirth, I want to be born. I want to take a rebirth as a girl child for sure, because I feel like there is still inequity exists in this world. There's still some countries talking about giving platform to the women, and I don't see equality there. We still talk about in percentage to bring these women to authority levels. That's why it's all narrow-minded when it comes to key decisions from government, because the women voice is not heard. Why I insist women particularly, it's because organically they have this empathy in quality in them. So when you have a women empowerment there, be it any organization, be it in government or your office or CEOs, women CEOs, I encourage them to come forward. It's because their thought process is different. It's not should be like always because we say equality, but the way men process their mind and women process their mind is different.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we have the privilege to give birth to a baby, isn't it? So it's we say they're the strongest person physically as well as mentally,
Yes.
because they bounce back to the work like immediately. They are capable of doing multitasking. They're everything. So I personally feel there's a lot of women who are highly talented just from my community. I was just one among the person doing my home chores and office work and things like that. I saw a lot of hidden talents there. Some beautiful people, like they have great talent in dance, music, everything, but where does it go? It's just in the kitchen. That's all. In fact, like sometimes I think back, then like what my mom did.
Yeah.
All these years, she was taking care of my dad. After that, the kids were born. It's about the kids, and after that, their kids and everything. But nobody bothered to ask. I'm talking about past generation, right? What she wanted to do, what her talent. I even, including myself, I never had an opportunity to ask about it. So I strongly feel there are so many people like this. They don't even realize their voices are being heard in being what their passion is about or everything. So I feel like through my Trailblazer Queen Productions, I want to extend this opportunity to many women's like young talents and aspiring women who wants a platform to come and explore that. That's very important. Somebody has to create that.
Yes.
And wherever I go, even in this next year planning, which I'm going to talk about, that I want to bring the women of the families front end, because it's not just always about men. I'm not against men, but they'll make opportunities, so they have that option. So, but women, they have a lot of barricades. Sometimes the family traditional way, they don't have that opportunities. They just wanted to, or emotional bonding. Okay, who will take care of my baby? Things like that. They just restrict themselves. I want to inspire them. You don't have to take big step and chuck everything off, but do a small step that inspires you. 30 minutes, 1 hour, what gives you happiness? Do me time. Have your me time.
Yes.
So yeah, so always I think about them and create some opportunities for them.
So you also have a big heart and a big passion for the youth. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, the young aspirations is very important because they are the key players. They are tomorrow's leaders, honestly speaking. So they're going to determine what our nation is going to be after 10, 15 years. It's going to be based on their mental thought process and how they look at how they solve the problems. In all my podcast interviews, I keep talking about them because I feel like there is no clarity in sometimes in young generations today, because they are scared of looking at the failures or what the world would say, criticizing, bullying, and all of this stuff. I tell you what, I honestly tell you, because I was one among them. You feel like even I'm not being criticized? Of course, I do get it, but it's all about what you want to do. 10 people are there, even the five fingers are not quite the same. In your own body, the five fingers are different, because that's how it is going to help you to add value. There is a reason why the fingers are not same. In the same way, I want you to understand God has created everyone beautifully and uniquely, because everybody is different. They have their own personality, and I want you to feel good about yourself, embrace yourself and what you would like to do, and leave the rest about the criticism or what the society says. Because if you have confidence and if you just keep moving forward, what you just want to do, and keep your ears closed,
Yeah.
the world will follow you.
Hello, I am Councilwoman Arnetta Murray from the city of Iowa Colony, Texas, and that's in Brazoria County. I'm an educator for Houston Independent School District. I'm also on the board of Houston Federation of Teachers at HISD, so I'm always fighting the good fight for educators and children.
As a leader in our colony, you've been a strong advocate for community engagement and empowerment. What inspired you to support this fashion show, and how do you see events like this benefiting both veterans and the broader community?
Well, as you know, the community involvement is critical. And as you know, that veterans are the heartbeat of America. So we have to make sure that we're supporting them in a time where they're being least supported. So for the Queen to invite me to this amazing event who would not attend? And as a councilwoman, as an educator, as a mother of a veteran, and as my dad is a veteran as well, why would I not be a part of it? And that's why I'm here.
So, from your opinion, what type of support do you feel like veterans really need from the community?
Well, basically, number one, we have to understand them in the plight in which they live. They're struggling financially. We got to make sure that we have government programs in place that they can benefit and not be in line in hospitals for 8 or 9 hours. We got to make sure that they're being taken care of. And until we get that problem fixed, it's going to forever grow. So I think that's one main focus is making sure that they're getting the care and getting it timely and that they have the proper people to give them the care.
Public service and philanthropy often go hand in hand. How do you believe initiatives like this fashion show can inspire more community driven efforts? And what role do you see local leaders playing in supporting such meaningful causes?
We already know fashion. We love to dress. We all love to dress. I like my makeup. I like the way I look or whatever. And then the queen is just over the top. She does a fabulous job. So we know that fashion is important because it makes us feel good. But feeling good and doing good is two different things. So we have to make sure that we're doing good toward our veterans, and not only on our veterans, parents, toward abusive kids. Everything that you were talking about earlier, that's important because they impact veterans. And knowing that veterans matter, we have to make sure we just can't just talk it. We got to be about it.
So, when it comes to community, I know you said that you're in education. How important is education when it comes to community and things like these initiatives?
Well, first of all, education is vital in making sure that it makes us who we are. If I didn't have an education, I wouldn't have a master's degree. I wouldn't be a certified teacher. But that all came from the HISD growing up and being educated, having what? Quality certified teachers. So it's important to keep teachers like me in place to make sure that we empower the next generation to be better than us.
Ronald Castro, patriotic instructor, VFW Post 8790 Auxiliary.
Serving in the military comes with immense dedication and sacrifice. How does it feel to see initiatives like the fashion show recognize and celebrate the contributions of veterans in a unique and meaningful way?
I like projects like this because all civilians, all Americans should know what veterans have done for their country. So when something that's really outside our bubble gets attention to us, it honors us.
How important do you feel community is when it comes to supporting veterans?
We encourage the VFW and other groups like Travis Manion, the American Legion, across the nation. We want to encourage Americans to take pride in the veterans in their communities. And our post, we're honored to partner with any groups in our community trying to bring light to the sacrifices that veterans do for their families and for the community and for the nation. So all programs, be it little leagues or beauty pageants or air shows that honor veterans, they're doing their part because the veterans have done their part.
So, what do you think are ways that civilians or the community can support them?
A lot of times it's remembering that we exist. Some of these groups, they're dying. The VFW is dying without new membership, without people continuously coming to our posts, continuing to thank the veterans, continuing to give us recognition. There are veterans who are always seeking to be in the background. And when we are looked for to say thank you, it reminds us of, we didn't do all this for recognition, we did this, but we do want to remind the community that we do exist. And there's not one way to describe a veteran. You know, we're all going through different things. We have veterans who are suffering, we got veterans who are not suffering. We have veterans who are succeeding, we got veterans who are not succeeding. So reaching out to us as a group lets us know that the community is trying. And that's the appreciation we like. It's really hard to describe to civilians what everybody's going through because we're not all going through the same thing.
Beyond the recognition, events like these aim to foster community and support. What impact do you think this initiative has on veterans, both in terms of honoring their service and creating opportunities for connection and empowerment?
It's that constant reminder. This initiative is one, and then we need another one, and then another one. Because Veterans Day isn't just 11/11, it's every day. As a veteran, I put on many hats. I'm a teacher, I'm an immigrant, I'm a male. As a veteran, when I put on my shirt, people can see it. but I'm a veteran every day. And this initiative, multiplied by all the other ones in the neighborhood, is just the continuous reminder that we exist and there's veterans who are out there that are in need, or that we need a job, or we need food, or we need housing, or we need, there's lots of things that we need because we've already done our part. And veterans like myself, I didn't serve too long, but we have veterans who are retired. We've got veterans who are injured. We've got veterans who are not injured. And the community should always be on the constant lookout for veterans who are in need. Even myself, I spend a lot of time in my role looking for veterans in need so I can fulfill those needs. So my name is Ron Castro. I'm the patriotic instructor with VFW Post 8790 Auxiliary. The VFW is a national organization and we're everywhere. So as far as our role in the community, well, first is joining. To join the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign War, you have to have served overseas in I think they call it like service mission. So I, in particular, served in the U.S. Navy, but I never left. So I served in U.S. Hospital Balboa in San Diego. So I never had the opportunity to actually serve overseas. My little brother, Marlon Castro, he's an Army vet and he did serve overseas. So I joined the VFW Auxiliary as a support to my brother. And I'm honored to be able to assist the VFW on behalf of my brother, but also on behalf of myself. So we're always looking for new membership because the VFW is one of the oldest organizations for veterans. So if the older gentlemen that have been members pass away, the group dies. I'm 43, so I'm not one of the youngest members. The younger members are what's going to keep us alive and keep the mission alive, which is to help veterans in whichever way we can. So we encourage people to seek out the American Legions, the VFWs in the neighborhoods because it's not a competition. We honor all veterans. And we encourage you to reach out to these groups because there are programs that assist the community in a wide array of ways.
Hello, my name is Perla Rodriguez. I am the event planner for Trailblazer Productions.
Pulling together a fashion show that merges glamour with philanthropy is no small task. What has been your vision for this event, and what elements did you prioritize to ensure it is both impactful and memorable for the veterans being honored?
So we, Trailblazer Productions, we want to make sure that our veterans are well taken care of. At the same time, bringing in the community together to raise awareness just about everything that they have done for us and give back to them, as well as bringing the community to showcase their talents and skills as one group so we can accomplish that task.
In planning an event like this, how important is the community support?
So it is really important for us to make sure that our community is involved with the event. We have makeup artists, we have designers, we have just different vendors that are putting their time and effort and skills to make this event successful. We appreciate all the help that they have done throughout the planning of this event. We want to make sure that as a community we support them and for future events, and not only to grow their business and grow their accessibility and exposure, but also give back to the people that we're here for, which is our veterans. One of the most rewarding things about this event is that the whole community has just brought us a wonderful outlook in how we can all come together to make this event very successful. Our vendors and sponsors are we all have a mission and vision to just help others as well as bring awareness for our veterans. And it's just been very rewarding to see it all come together, as well as, just making it, this fashion luxury event come to life.
How can the community support veterans?
It is really important for the community to come together and keep supporting our veterans in many different ways. There's 4th of July, there's Memorial Day, there's Veteran Days. At Trailblazer Productions, we make sure that, and no event it's too small or too big when celebrating our veterans. We will have more events in the future, but there's from volunteers to serving to just spending quality time with our veterans. It means a lot to us because these individuals have given everything for our freedoms, and it's our duty as human beings to give back to them and just making them feel special. So first of all, thank you for all your service, and we honor you, and we'll continue to do this to make sure that people are aware of all your sacrifices that you did for us, and we'll continue to see you and grow with you guys and support you.
Thank you.
You all know me, Mrs. Universality USA 2025, with a lot of grace, happiness, gratitude, I just wanted to invite you all to my event, Strut for Salute. We are doing it for a cause. Come see the actual heroes. How many people will get a chance to see the models and walking the strut, the runway, along with the true heroes, right? Because I'm excited, aren't you? Come watch us and meet us on January 25th at Hyde Social, 5:30 p.m. I'll see you all there.